Music Elena, Sad Haba, a lawyer from Palm Beach, Florida, United States, is now defending Donald Trump in his legal battles with the previous president, Haba M. and Associates. Felt the Super P, a C that supports Trump Major Incorporated, counts Habab among its top advisors on Thursday, January 4. She was a guest on episode of PBD Podcasts with host Patrick Bett, David Adams, and Vincent Asana. In the episode, they discussed a wide range of topics including Trump's decision to remove his name from state primary ballots, his choice for vice president in the upcoming election, and his plan for an election to the presidency as an opinion piece. A set of special counsel Jack Smith and his prosecutors. They love having pressers on the podcast episode. The press conferences are something they really enjoy. Press conference, their favorite, and they relish the opportunity to shine Jack Smith. It's almost egotistical. Shara marked Associated Press reports that on the same day, Trump's legal team demanded contempt proceedings against special counsel Jack Smith and his staffer, what they perceive as a violation of a judge's order from last month. Theodore directed the temporary suspension of the case's legal team has asked Washington District Judge Tanya Chutkan to think about finding Smith and two of his prosecutors in contempt, citing outrageous conduct as the reason. Smith is a leading Republican presidential candidate as a result of the prosecutors providing an exhibit list and thousands of pages of evidence during the case pause, and then filing a motion more than a week later. The legal team representing the former president claims that the document teams with partisan rhetoric and false claims, furthering their client's case. Of a month ago, Haba Medine appearance on Newsmax, where he claimed that Smith's move constituted a due process violation in the form of a gag order, and that Jack Smith is running scared because he has no case. The contempt motion reveals the concealed animosity between the prosecutor and defense counsel in the landmark case that charged Trump, where he was defeated by Democrat Joe Biden. It also shows how different Trump's efforts were to delay prosecution until after the 2024 Republican primary compared to Smith's team's resolve to press charges in advance of a March for trial. Special counsel Jack Smith and his team of prosecutors are nearly narcissistic, according to Trump's attorney Alina Habab, but her claims were disregarded by people on X, previously Twitter. A user concluded by saying, after spending hours in her makeup and just the correct ostentatious attire for her 168th presser, Alina Habab accuses Jack Smith of having a love of pressers. Claim after claim is an acknowledgement when it comes to this. Trump is strong, but even if the United States Supreme Court doesn't side with Trump in his challenge to Colorado's decision to remove him from the ballot for the 2024 presidential primary, he might still be there, according to a Newsweek article published on Thursday, January 42, 2024. This follows a ruling by the Colorado Supreme Court that Trump's claimed role in the Capitol riot on January 6, 2021, was a violation of the 14th Amendment. This amendment forbids former federal officials who have participated in insurrection or rebellion from serving in such a capacity. Trump claims that removing him from office would lead to the loss of voting rights for millions of Calans and might have far-reaching consequences. On a national level, his appeal has reached the United States Supreme Court. Although a positive ruling is not necessary for him to be on the ballot, if the United States Supreme Court does not intervene, Trump will still be able to be elected according to a ruling by the Colorado Supreme Court by establishing a stay in its order until January 4, 2024. The day before the Secretary's deadline to certify the substance of the presidential primary ballot, the Colorado Supreme Court has effectively kept things as they are until the matter is reviewed by the U.S. Supreme Court. Until the Supreme Court issues an order or mandate, Trump's name will remain on the ballot. If a review is requested there before the stay expires, a professor who specializes in law has spoken out on the subject, saying that primary ballot will not be affected by the judgment of the Colorado Supreme Court until the United States Supreme Court rejects certification before next Friday. Although they may delay a ruling, the court is widely believed to accept Trump's appeal. The inclusion of Trump's name on the ballot is contingent upon the U.S. Supreme Court's action this week. There are a number of cases pending against Trump that question his ability to be on the ballot in different states. English auto-generated